serious question. Is your body rejecting the person that you are in a relationship with? You're like, what are you talking about? What does that mean?
Your body can reject a person, letting you know they're not for you. Your body can reject a person physically and spiritually, letting you know they're not for you. In today's video, we're going to be learning just the physical aspect of it. So besties, welcome back to the channel. Do not forget to like the video. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel. Yeah, subscribe. And drop your thoughts and experiences in the comment section below.
The thing that I want to mention, when your body does not accept a man or does not take to a man, is that you will never be able to fall asleep in his presence. You will not feel safe in this man's presence. And it could be subtle things, like small things, like, yeah, I don't trust you. It's because deep down inside, your spirit team knows there's something off with this man. Your spirit will not take to him, no matter what he does, no matter how much he proves himself to be somebody who will keep you safe. You just don't fucking trust him. That's another fucking sign. Your body is telling you, leave his ass alone.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but your body will physically reject a partner if they're not meant for you. This is your intuition. Listen to it. Now let's get into it. Some symptoms that I have personally experienced were constant UTIs, headaches, anxiety when you're around the person, getting physically sick when you're around the person, never feeling fully safe when you're around the person. Listen to your body. I cannot stress this enough. And then once I left the person, all these symptoms magically cleared up. I was no longer anxious, no longer had UTIs, no longer was getting sick all the time. The headaches disappeared. Listen to your intuition, ladies.
Did you know that if you are with the wrong person, your body will physically reject them before you even know that they're wrong for you? For example, if you are dating someone and you are seeing changes in your body that just feel unusual, pay attention to those. Those are little signs. It could be your skin, your appetite, down there. If you notice that your skin is breaking out more so than usual, especially when you are around him, that can be due to increased stress. I once dated a guy, and within the first 3 months, I noticed so many changes within my body. I could not eat. My appetite had changed so drastically. I lost, I think, 15 pounds within the first 2 to 3 months. And looking back, I think it was literally just my body telling me that something was not right. I was anxious all the time. I didn't feel well. I had stomach issues. My skin was constantly breaking out, probably from the stress. And a lot of these things can be due to increased cortisol levels, hormonal changes, stuff like that, whatever. And another clear indicator that someone's wrong for you, if you are with someone and you notice when you are intimate with them that you are having issues with your pH, your period, anything down there, don't ignore that. I knew a guy was wrong for me when, after dating him for 3 months, I ended up in the hospital 2 times for kidney infections. Full-on hospitalized overnight stay for kidney infections. And I rarely ever have any health issues, especially anything relating to, that was a clear sign that this guy was not right for me. And also, not to psych you out, but if you do notice any changes in anything relating to that, if you're getting any type of infection, your pH is thrown off, sometimes that also can be an indicator that you are not the only person that they are sleeping with. Not always, but sometimes it really is just that that person is bringing outside germs, sharing them with you, and it is not agreeing with your body. A lot of times the first indicator that someone is not right for you, whether they are not faithful or just bad for you in general, they're physical signs. And a lot of times we can't see this ourselves because we are blinded by how we feel about them. We are blinded by love. Don't ignore the physical signs, okay? Your body will reject someone who is wrong for you. Listen to that.
Sip some probiotic tea with me while I tell you the 5 most common signs that your body is rejecting the man you're currently with. Disclaimer before we start, this video is for the girls, so if you're not a girl, please keep scrolling. And I also wanted to let you guys know that I'm not a medical professional. This is based strictly on research, personal experience, and stories I've heard from other women. That said, there are many changes that can happen in our body due to hormones, autoimmune diseases, pregnancy or childbirth, periods, and so on. So please don't take this at face value. It only applies if these changes started happening right after you started meeting this new guy or hooking up with him or getting intimate with him. Okay, let's get into it. The first sign that your body's rejecting this guy that you're currently seeing is increased acne. And the reason why increased acne is a sign that your body is rejecting the guy you're currently seeing is because increased acne happens when your stress levels rise. So if you feel calm around him, your stress levels should not be rising, and therefore your hormones should stay pretty balanced. But if you notice that every time after you leave him, you go back to your own house, you go back to work, or you go back to school, that you're starting to see these new pimples pop up out of nowhere, it's a sign that he's leaving you feeling stressed out and you're not realizing it, or you're blaming it on other circumstances or on your life situation. But If the only thing that changed between when you didn't have breakouts to when the breakouts started happening is this guy entering your life, then it's a sign that your body is rejecting him. Again, your hormones fluctuate normally, so do mine. I get breakouts around my period, so don't take this at face value. Actually sit there and assess how many times after I see this guy do I break out. And if it's consistent, he's the common denominator. Eliminate him. Next, we got rapid changes in weight, appetite, or diet. Now listen, of course, when you get into a healthy relationship, you are going to gain more weight. Naturally, we just spend more time eating when we like each other's company. So that's normal. But I'm talking about in the dating phase. If you just met this guy and you notice that you're either gaining weight too quickly or losing weight too quickly, your appetite is decreased or your appetite has increased, and your diet has gotten worse and unhealthier, it's a sign that your body's rejecting him. Your body is trying to tell you that he is leaving you with a void. And usually the first thing that changes when we feel a void inside our bodies is our appetite. As a result, our diet changes, and as a result, our weight changes. Again, if you're pregnant or if you just gave birth, disregard this. I'm talking about in the first 0 to 90 days of meeting a new guy. If your weight rapidly changes, it's a sign that your body is rejecting him. Third on the list is your pH balance. Again, this is not a blanket statement, but if you notice that after the first time you get intimate with him, your pH balance is immediately thrown off, it either changes in smell or color or frequency of discharge, it's a sign that your body's rejecting him. Your coochie trying to tell you something, girl. Listen to your coochie. Moving on. Fourth on the list is changes in your period. If your period gets heavier or it gets longer, or it comes sooner or later than it's supposed to, it's a sign that your body's rejecting this man. If you use a period tracking app, it's going to be really easy to tell how soon these changes happen, but deep down inside, you're going to know. You're going to feel it, because all of us know how heavy our periods are, how frequent they're supposed to come, and how long they last. So if it's lasting longer, or if it's coming sooner, or if it hurts more because the flow is heavier, it's a sign that your body's rejecting him. I don't know how many times I need to say this, but this is not a blanket statement, so please see a healthcare practitioner if this has been going on for a really long time. But if you notice that right after you start meeting a new guy, the next period that you get is different, it's a sign that your body's rejecting him. And the last sign that your body's rejecting this guy that you're currently seeing is changes in sleep. And the reason why changes in sleep is a sign that your body's rejecting this guy is because when you're sleeping, that's when your subconscious mind is activated. So if you normally get good sleep, but you notice that after you start seeing this guy, you start sleeping too much or too little, or you wake up in the middle of the night from nightmares or just random thoughts and you can't fall back asleep, that's a sign. Because here's the thing, even if you're a typically anxious girl or you overthink a lot, when you meet someone that's actually right for you, they're going to be able to subconsciously ease those worries. So you're going to continue to get your normal sleep if you're dating a guy who's actually good for you. But if he's not good for you and you start getting disturbed sleep or weird nightmares, run, girl. Run. The last thing I want to say to you ladies is this. Our society has conditioned us to be completely detached from our bodies, but our bodies are massive indicators of how we actually feel about other people. You know that gut feeling. And if you're ignoring that gut feeling, all these other symptoms are going to start showing up. But you are going to classify them in your mind as thoughts that are related to different circumstances. The stress that you feel from your acne, you're going to blame on your job. The irregular period, you're going to blame on your diet. Your weight change, you're going to blame on the fact that it's cold outside and now you don't want to go for a walk. Meanwhile, the common denominator is this new guy that you just started seeing that you know deep down on the inside is not right for you, but you're just ignoring it. So this is your sign. This video is your sign to actually sit there and assess how do you feel about this guy. And if you know deep down at your core that he's not the right one for you, then please get rid of him. You don't need to do your body a disservice, and all those feelings that you're not addressing are going to multiply into more stressful thoughts, into more acne, into more weight gain or weight loss, into more changes in your period, and so on. My name is Iman. I help girls get a life. Follow me for more.
I hear a lot of girls on this app talk about how their body rejected their partner and they chose to ignore those signs. But I haven't heard any guys talk about it. And I want to talk about what happened with me and what I chose to ignore for any of my men out there so they know not to ignore this. Typically, I sleep pretty well. Get to sleep easy, fall asleep easy. But in the 8 months I was with my girl, I must have had 3 or 4 nightmares a week. Every week. It was the same theme. It was about her cheating on me. It was about her lying. It was about her hiding things. I just chose to ignore it and think it was, an issue with myself. But I had had never had that problem with previous partners. On the very day she broke up with me, when I tell you I slept like a baby, it was the most incredible sleep. And the day after that, an incredible sleep. And the day after that, the immediate moment that she left my life, I had incredible sleeps. During that breakup phase where she would keep coming back and we'd keep, I would have a bad sleep when she came back. And then the next day when she was gone again, I'd have an incredible sleep. And so I just want to tell my men out there, because I know we especially ignore those signs. We're not in tune with ourselves, most of us. Your body knows what's up, man. The subconscious is crazy. Your intuition is crazy. Do not be ignoring things. There are so many ways that the universe will tell you that this person is not right for you. Don't ignore them. Don't.
A lot of women at some point in their life will have the experience of dating someone who isn't good for them and their body physically rejecting that person. This is a fascinating phenomenon, and I wanted to share a little bit about what this is, why it happens, and some examples of it, because some people may just plain not be familiar, but I would not be surprised if some people have had these experiences and not realized that their body was trying to talk to them, as the body does. So this happens because the intuition is always at work for us, and we tend to think of intuition as a power of the mind when it is in fact an embodied experience. And particularly for women, right? Woman's intuition, the feminine intuition, tends to express through the body. It is a highly embodied thing. So how this plays out when we date someone who isn't particularly good for us can vary, but I'll start with a kind of extreme example to paint the picture. I have a friend who dated someone who turned out to be a clinical psychopath, and in the time she was dating him, she was bedridden for about a year. Bedridden, like went from being this super high performance startup founder to could not get out of bed, basically could not function, and everyone thought it was an autoimmune disease, including her, until she finally broke up with this person, and the illness was gone like that. I know of a number of women, myself included, who were dating serial cheaters and would get their period weeks early. So I'll use myself as an example because I know that story best. I was in a long distance relationship, and every time this man came to visit me, I would get my period weeks early. Super weird. So dysregulation of the menstrual cycle is another clear indicator that, well, something's off and your body is trying to get you to listen. Some more common ones will be you start dating someone and you get like irregularities in your skin that you don't normally experience. So like breaking out around the mouth is one that I've seen in women. Another really common one is if you don't typically get like UTIs or BV, and suddenly every time you're with this person, you start getting that. So those are some ways that the body will express, get this person the fuck away from me. If you have any stories, I'd love to hear.
If a guy's not meant for you, your body will reject the guy before you even know it. Like, I say this with all seriousness, your body will know if you're in a bad relationship or if you're with a guy that you're not supposed to be with. Like, if this guy's not meant for you, your body will tell you before your brain even knows it, or before you even realize it. It'll literally send you signs that may seem normal, but it's not. Like, you will get headaches when you're with this guy. Your stomach will feel nauseous. You won't feel good when you're with this guy. You will get really bad acne when you're with this guy. You might even get the worst UTIs of your life when you're with this guy. Like, if you're getting constant UTIs when you're with this guy, he is not meant for you. Like, if you're breaking out, like, say your skin was clear and you're breaking out when you're with this guy now, he's not meant for you. If you feel overwhelmed, stressed, like, your body will just send you so many signals to tell you that this guy isn't the one. You just have to listen to it. Like, your body just knows. I don't know how, but it just knows. Like, I was with this one guy, and I swear to you, I got the worst UTIs of my life when I was with him. Like, it was the worst UTI. And it was pretty constant, too. And it was just because I was with him. And then once me and him broke up, nothing. Like, I was fine. And my skin cleared up. I felt just better. So listen to your body, girls, because your body's right. And if your body's rejecting someone, that's it.
Something I wish I knew when I first started dating was that your body will give you signs that the person you're with is not right for you before your brain does. Every time I've been with someone that's not right for me, which I'm gonna be so transparent, that's been every time, my body has always given me a sign that I didn't notice or didn't pay attention to at first. I cannot believe I'm gonna share this on TikTok. I swore I was gonna take this to the grave, but for the sake of making a point, I feel like I have to share this. So a couple years ago, I started seeing this guy, and every time we were together, my stomach would be a war zone, okay? Now, if you know me, you're probably thinking, that's not weird for you. You have stomach issues. Like, your stomach hurts all the time. This was different, though. Like, every time we were together, I would be like, I'm sorry, I have to leave because I'm gonna go myself. Every time I was around this guy, I couldn't eat, I couldn't drink, I couldn't even swallow, frankly, because it would just go straight through me. It got to the point where it was so bad that I felt like we couldn't hang out anywhere where there wasn't a bathroom immediately available to me. That's not normal. So this one particular date we went on, oh god, for some reason I thought it was a good idea to go like 30 minutes out of town to like have a little picnic with the sunset, okay? Sounds like cute in theory, right? So all day before this date, I feel great. I feel amazing, actually. And then an hour before the date, when he's like, I'm coming to pick you up in an hour, it starts brewing. Something's brewing. Immediately, when I enter his car, I realize this is the worst idea I've ever had. Like, you know that feeling in your stomach when you feel like you're just gonna like shit your pants? That's how I felt, and I was determined to will it away. I was like, nope, this isn't happening. I'm just gonna like put myself in a mental state to make this go away. As soon as we got there though, nope, the feeling returned, and we are 30 minutes out of town and not a bathroom in sight. I'm panicking now. So again, I'm not eating anything, I'm not drinking anything, I'm not really saying anything, and he notices and he's like, are you good? And I'm like, honestly, no, I don't feel good. Can we go home? We're packing up and he's taking his sweet time to get the blanket all folded up in the car, blah, 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 put the speaker away. Here I am by the door, clutching my stomach for dear life, and I'm like standing hunched over, like whining about my stomach, like borderline crying. Mind you, we are 30 minutes out of town. I don't think I'm gonna be able to make it. Like genuinely, I was afraid. So we're driving back. He's driving. He's not driving fast enough. I'm like sitting there not speaking. I'm looking straight ahead. I'm seeing white at this point. Like my stomach feels like it's full of hot lava. It's not good. It's not looking good. And if you're wondering, why didn't you ask him to pull over? Why didn't you ask him to stop at a gas station? I couldn't tell you. I don't know why I didn't ask him to. I guess I was like embarrassed, but like, girl, what's more embarrassing? Asking him to pull off to a gas station or shitting your pants in his car? I don't pretend to understand the thought processes I had when I was like 20. Like that wasn't me, I wasn't her. Anyway, by some miracle of God, we make it to my house unscathed. And I'm just like, you know, I'll be right back. So I go to my bathroom and I'm sitting there, I'm in my bathroom probably 30 minutes and I text him, I'm like, hey, you should probably leave. Like this, I'm gonna be here for a while. So during the time this is happening, I'm also experiencing jaw pain when I wake up. Like every morning, my back teeth and my jaw hurt so bad that I can't even open my mouth for like 30 minutes in the morning. But again, I don't think that any of these things are connected to the guy that I'm seeing. So eventually we realize, yeah, this isn't working out, and we stop seeing each other. I stop having those severe stomach episodes like immediately, and the jaw pain gone in a week. That's finally when I realized my body was literally rejecting that man, and I just didn't put two and two together. The same thing happened with the different guy I was seeing. It wasn't stomach pain, but every time we hung out, I would come home with the most intense migraine of my life. The first time it happened, I kind of chalked it up to coincidence. I was like, okay, it's probably like the new perfume I'm wearing, or I didn't sleep enough, or I don't know, I drank too much coffee or something. I don't know. But then it would happen every single time. I would be fine all day, we'd hang out, I'd come home with a headache. It happened every single time. We stopped seeing each other. And what do you know? Headaches stopped too. So basically what I'm saying is listen to your body. Your body knows when something isn't right for you, and it will try to tell you, and you have to listen to it. And that's not to say that you're never gonna be nervous or like feel sweaty or like have butterflies when you first start seeing someone, but it should not be making you physically ill. Listen to your body.
Here are some signs that your body is rejecting the man that you're with. For one, and the most obvious one, tummy problem, bloating, IBS symptoms, stomach cramping, food that started to hurt your stomach only when you started talking to this person. Constant anxiety, acne, specifically around your mouth or jaw, your lymphatic system isn't draining properly, your self-esteem begins to crumble, random weight gain. It's not that random because it has to do with your cortisol levels being super high. And last but not least, probably the most obvious one, gynecological problems. Hope this helps. Love you.
Your body knows first if you like somebody, and also to that your body knows first if that person is good for you or not. That's why when you're around some certain people, you just feel a little bit off. You cannot explain, you cannot place your hand on it. You don't know why you feel off whenever that person is around or whenever you're around that person. And most times when you're around some environment, you're in a particular place, you do not feel comfortable. Anytime you go to that place, you feel a little bit off. You cannot explain why. That is your body giving you signs that that person or that environment is not safe or okay for you. But a lot of us don't know these signs. Most of us do understand this sign. We understand our body, and once our body gives us this sign, we just walk away. There are a lot of us who do not know this sign. Like we still stay there, most especially if we like this person, like this person meets our standards and everything, we want to stay there. We do not care. We will do anything to just be there. But besties, please, your mental health is more important than anything, than anyone. Run for your life. Like move. Just go. Protect your mental health, protect your sanity, protect your peace. Do not let anybody or anything come and scatter your peace. Do not let anything come and destroy your peace, no matter how they look or what they look like. Your peace and your mental health is more important. So besties, I hope you've picked 1 or 2 points out of this video to help you understand whenever your body is giving you a sign or your body is rejecting a person or a place, so that you keep yourself safe. And please do not forget to take care of yourself. Do not forget to look after yourself. Do not forget to love yourself, because you are important, besties. So besties, this is the end of the video. Do not forget to like the video. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel. Yes, besties, do not forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching. Bye.